There you go. Go ahead and begin, Brittany.
Thanks again, Jackie, for that introduction. Thank you for everyone for taking the time out to join us this afternoon. My name is Brittany Mason. I'm with the Department of Procurement Services. I'm an attorney in the department, and I want to thank you all for taking the time out today. We have several incentive programs, but today we're going to focus on those dealing with workforce development. The city of Chicago, as I stated before, has numerous initiatives in place to increase the number of skilled residents and preparing to work in growing industries. We deal specifically with disadvantaged populations and youth, trying to ensure that they have access to employment opportunities. That's a high priority for us. So in this workshop, the incentive programs that we're going to cover is the Chicago Residency Ordinance and our local hiring requirements, as well as some bid incentives that are related to workforce development. Additional information about the program will be provided to you, about other programs will be provided to you by the Department of Family and Support Services, as well as Chicago Workforce Partnership. Programs and bid incentives. The first program we're going to talk about, which is actually not necessarily a program, but it's an ordinance requirement. It's our Chicago Residency Ordinance. When you encounter a city contract that is valued at $100,000 or more, and it's a construction contract, the requirement under the ordinance is that at least 50% of all labor hours performed by the prime contractor's worker on that contract, it has to be residents of the city of Chicago. The second portion of that requirement is the project area resident ordinance, which says on those same construction contracts valued at $100,000 or more, you have to utilize at least 7.5% of all labor hours by residents in the project areas. I will note that work hours performed by project area residents can also be considered to be work hours performed by city residents for purposes of calculating the minimum work hour percentage. In this requirement, contractors have to submit residency records and certified payrolls. That's the manner in which the city is able to determine compliance. What happens is if you don't meet these residency ordinance requirements, the prime contractor will be subject to liquidated damages because the city is damaged by the failure to provide the benefit of employment to eligible residents. Those damages may be adjusted upward if said damages are insufficient to secure compliance, but it cannot be lowered. There is 1 out of 20 or 1% of the approved contract value shall be surrendered by the contractor to the city for each percentage of shortfall. So we do take this requirement very seriously. Another one of our and this one is an incentive, it's actually in a program that we have, where our incentive program works this way. When it's a city contract that's out for bid, if you meet the city-based business initiative qualifications, there are certain percentages. As you see here, there's a 4%, a 6%, and an 8%. So in a competitive bid contract, you bid a certain dollar amount on the contract. What the city will do, depending on which requirement you meet, is take that percentage from the amount that you bid to determine a new bid amount. That new bid amount is not going to be the dollar amount that you're paid. You will still be paid the dollar amount you bid on the contract, but it will be used as an analysis tool or a calculation tool to determine if you're the lowest bidder. So when you submit your bid, you may be the second lowest bidder. But when you take advantage of the city-based business incentive, you now may become the lowest bidder and win the contract. So it can be used as an advantage. What the city-based business incentive is for local businesses that employ city residents, especially those from socioeconomically disadvantaged areas of the city. And it will apply to contracts that are city funded and valued at $100,000 or more. There's 3 tiers to this incentive. If you meet the requirements of the first tier, which is your city-based business, You conduct your day-to-day business operations at a facility that's located in the city, and that's where the majority of your employment is, your full-time regular employment, then you qualify for 4%. To move into the 6% category, you have to qualify for the 4% incentive, and also the majority of your full-time employees have to be city residents. To fall into the 8% bucket, you have to meet the 6% requirement. And then the majority of your city resident employees have to reside in a socio-economically disadvantaged area of the city. And socio-economically disadvantaged area means an area within the city that meets the criteria for the designation of socio-economically disadvantaged area. And those rules are promulgated by the Commissioner of Planning and Development. If a contractor happens to fail to remain eligible at the time of contract closeout, then the contractor will be fined in an amount equal to 3 times the amount of the bid incentive allocated, unless the contractor can demonstrate that due to circumstances beyond its control for good cause, it was unable to remain eligible. We have our diverse workforce and management incentives. This is an incentive for businesses who employ a diverse workforce and a diverse management. That means your workforce includes all full-time employees. Management would include owners, partners, and any others who have a fiduciary duty to the business. This also applies to city-funded contracts that are valued at $100,000 or more. You can qualify for both incentives. And the chart below breaks down the total percentage of prime contractor management that's diverse and the bid incentive that you would qualify for. So if you were in the 10% to 20% category, you would qualify for a 0.5% of the contract base bid. If you were at 20% to 40%, you get a 2% of the contract base bid. If you're over 40, then you can get 4% of the contract base bid. In the case of a prime contractor's workforce being diverse, those percentages are slightly higher than the management. So 10 to 20% in that case would give you a 2% of the contract base bid. Greater than 20% up to 40% will give you 4% of the contract base bid. And greater than 40% will give you 6% of the contract base bid. Currently, by ordinance, if you want to know what diverse means, diverse has represented any of the following racial or economic groups. That would be African American or Black. That would be Hispanic. That would be Asian Americans currently, and some other groups or other individuals found by the board to be social and economically disadvantaged and have to have suffered an actual racial, ethnic, or gender discrimination and decreased opportunities to compete in the Chicago area markets to do business with the city. Equal employment opportunity. The Equal Employment Opportunity Program utilizes a canvas endpoint. What we aim to do under this program is utilize minority and female journey workers and apprentices and laborers. This program comes up on city-funded construction contracts that are valued at $100,000 or more. The bidders are able to propose minority and female utilization commitments for the project, up to 15% for female workers, 70% for minority workers. Utilization can certainly be higher, but the reason why we cap it is for purposes of calculating the award criteria to determine the winning bidder. The contractor in this case can receive 150% credit towards their commitment for each labor hour worked by employees in socioeconomically disadvantaged areas. The contractor will be obligated to meet the total commitment in each of these categories or will be subject to liquidated damages. The contractor, again, in this case, have to submit weekly certified payrolls to demonstrate their compliance, and liquidated damages will not be reduced. Our apprentice utilization bid incentive. Contractors can earn an incentive of up to 1%. that can be used on a future bid. So this one is different from the ones we talked about before because those percentages in the incentive can be used at that time of applying for the contract. This particular incentive accumulates over the time of the contract and will be used on a future bid. It will apply to city-funded construction contracts that are valued at $100,000 or more. In order to be an apprentice, you have to be sponsored into an apprenticeship training program that's authorized by a union to sponsor apprentice, and either you have to be enrolled in or graduated from a construction technology training program that's administered by the city colleges or graduated from a high school operated by the Chicago Public Schools. The chart below shows the future bid incentive percentage that you're able to receive based on the total labor hours performed by an apprentice. If it's 5 to 10% labor hours, you qualify for a 0.5% base bid. If it's 11 to 15%, you qualify for a 1% base bid. The contractor may apply the earned credits as the bid incentive for any future construction project contract bid that is of equal or greater dollar value. The earned credit certificate will be valid for a period of 3 years from the date that is issued, and it cannot be applied towards any future contract bid after that period has expired. The contractor may apply the earned credit certificate on multiple future construction project contract bids during that 3-year period in which your certificate is valid, but you can only receive one bid incentive for bid evaluation purposes on one construction contract. And just to make that clear, let's just say, in 1 year, you're bidding on 2 contracts. You can apply it to both contracts, but you're only going to be able, if you're awarded the contract, you're only going to be able to utilize it on one. If the contractor applies the earned credit certificate on multiple construction project bids and is the lowest responsive and responsible bidder on more than one construction project, the earned credit certificate will be applied to the construction project first to be advertised, or if multiple construction projects have been advertised on the same date, the earned credit certificate shall be applied only to the construction project with the greatest dollar value. We have an apprentice utilization incentive for returning citizens. Again, this can be a 1% earned incentive on future bids. It applies to construction contracts funded by the city and estimated at $100,000 or more. A returning citizen has to be sponsored into an apprenticeship training program that is authorized by a union to sponsor apprentice and participating in a workforce development program that's funded by the Department of Family and Support Services. If you use 5 to 10% of your labor hours by a returning citizen, you can qualify for a future credit up to 0.5%. If it's 11 to 15% of your labor hours, you can qualify for an incentive future credit up to 1%. The credit works the same way under this apprentice utilization incentive as it does for the general apprentice utilization. The chief procurement officer in this case, is important to point out, is authorized to limit or preclude the use of apprentices for a particular contract if she determines, after she has consulted with Family and Support Services, that the nature of the underlying offenses raises any concern of suitability for that contract. Resources. Information, including our regulations, full details regarding those incentives and programs that the city has, can be found on the City of Chicago's website. Also, the website will take you to a link to our social media where you can find out more information. And with that, I am going to turn it over to Chicago Quick Workforce Partnership with the
Okay, Victor, you can go ahead and share your screen. And if you can, yeah.
Can you see it?
Yes, we're good. Go ahead and get started. Thank you.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Victor Bisueta. I'm a business relations specialist at the Chicago Cook Workforce Partnership. My role as a business rep in our organization, I'm the liaison between job seekers and employers in the area of information technology and professional services. This is information for my organization. Our vision is very clear to assist everyone to have the opportunity to build a career, not only to find employment, but to actually build a career. And to also, for every business, to grow their talent and to compete not only in a local, but a global economy. Our mission is to create, promote, and effectively manage a network of workforce development organizations to design innovative solutions to address business needs and to prepare individuals for and to connect them to career opportunities. So our vision and mission is always target to assist both job seekers and employers. Information regarding the partnership, we have been in operation since the year 2012. The Chicago Co-Workforce Partnership, or the partnership for short, is the umbrella organization that manages both philanthropic and federal funding. And we are the public workforce system for the city of Chicago and Cook County. So our goal is to assist and organize our services to the different agencies that we provide funding and services for. Again, with the ultimate goal of assisting both employers and job seekers. We are the largest workforce system in the nation. This system exists in every single county in the United States, so we are the largest. The partnership has, since inception, assisted over 70,000 individuals into find employment, and we have collaborated with over 2,000 companies and employers and administered over $400 million in both philanthropic and federal funding. We have over 90 community-based organizations under our umbrella. We got 10 American Job Centers, and we have 4 sector-driven workforce centers that serves over 132 municipalities. It is our website, www.chaicookworks.org, where you can find more information about the services that we provide. So the way that the partnership works is we work with labor market information to our region. And with that information, we provide training, business services, career coaching, and data analysis for the high growth and high demand industries in Cook County, which are listed here: business and professional services, healthcare, retail, culinary and hospitality, IT, manufacturing, TDL, and construction. Again, our contact information is provided on this slide. And of course, you can follow us on social media for our monthly newsletter. A system overview of the services that we provide. You can see on this graphic, the information on the left represents the job seekers, and we provide them with training, career coaching. We do the connections between them and, again, training opportunities. We can assist them with something basic, such as a resume building. But we can provide more in-depth services such as career coaching that includes advising in the job and career opportunities available in the area and what is the interested in how to achieve stackable credentials so they'll be able to fulfill the duties or their career that they want to select. On the right side, you see our second our second contact, which are the employers. So we assist employers by providing them services through our business service team. So when we meet with employers, we find out what are their pain points, what is it that they currently need, and we connect them with their job seekers database so we can do the matching for them and to bring in the talent that they need. Our system goals include strengthening collaborations, aligning the institutions to ease the access to close the service gap. We provide assistance to both adults and youth in the county, but of course, our main emphasis are in the youth. We connect them to education opportunities and work opportunities in the form of career pathways and paid work experience. And again, we help more people by increasing the number of participants, placing and obtaining credentials and skills. We do that in the forms of individuals training accounts. Our participants that qualify can receive funding for free training. And again, all that information is available through our website. Workforce resources. So this is information that we provide to job seekers. On the left side, you see career resources. Again, we can provide assistance through our American Job Centers and delegate agencies for them to access job readiness, to join our job clubs, to have access to our computer labs and professional resume writing services. Now we provide more in-depth assistance to them in the form of career coaching, where they work one-on-one to find out exactly what careers the job seekers are looking for and how to achieve success in finding those careers. Training grants are provided to those job seekers that qualify so they can get those stackable credentials and high valuable certification. They will help them finding again the career goal that they have in mind. And again, we provide those to the high level and high growth demand occupations that were mentioned earlier. Again, we manage or we base our information through our labor market information. On the employer side, we provide incentives and tax assistance to employers. We assist them by referring and support the business stability and growth. We also provide human resources consulting. Sometimes employers contact us because they're looking for to reduce the turnover, or they need assistance, especially for small businesses, and creating job descriptions and being able to post that information for free into our database. By the way, all our services are free. They are already paid by the federal funding that we receive or by the philanthropic funding that we manage. And the layoff aversion, downsizing, and outplacement services, we do have funding available for training and work-based learning and retention support. More specifically, we do have different business services solutions that we offer to employers in the form of on-the-job training, which is a hiring incentive for employers where they can qualify for up to 50% of the wages of those new employees while in training. And then we also have incumbent worker training, another very popular business service solution that we have. That one represents 100% paid training for those existing employees of a company. And we also have other business solutions like paid work experience, which works very well for those people that have the credentials but might be missing the job experience. And we connect them to employers so they can get that experience, and we assist them paying for that training for those job seekers. So we do have different business services solutions. Again, we'll be happy to connect with everybody interested to visit our website so they can actually see what is available for them. So here's some of our contact information and social media. And again, our website, trycookworks.org. We'll be happy to assist them and meet where you are with your request. Any question?
We're going to take the questions at the end. And so, Juan, I think you're up next. Juan Cruz from the Family and Support Services. So, Juan, if you would like to go ahead and share your screen. Yeah. And then maximize it. There you go.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay, thank you. Hi, my name is Juan Cruz, and I'm a Workforce Service Coordinator with the Department of Family and Support Services. The Department of Family and Support Services is the city's largest social service provider. Just to go into a little detail about our mission here at Family and Support Services, our mission is we want to work with community partners like you to connect Chicago residents and families to resources that build stability, support their well-being, and empower them to thrive. Our priorities are to deliver and support high-quality, innovative, and comprehensive services that empower clients to thrive. We want to collaborate with community partners, sister agencies, public officials on programs and policies that improve Chicagoans' lives and advance systematic change. We want to inform the public of resources, which we're doing here, the availability to them through DFSS and its community partners, and with this being essential. And we want to be good stewards of our resources. We want to be responsible and effective. Again, the Department of Family and Support Services is one of the city's vehicles. We have our first responders, police and fire, and we like to say we're the softer side of the city. And so we are the city's largest social service provider. We deal with everything from early childhood development, our children's services, all the way through our senior years. Each year, DFSS invests over $350 million annually to Chicago residents, and we serve over 300,000 Chicagoans with this funding. Again, we have we have 7 divisions, and which include vital services as children's services, early head start. We have our youth services, which is our One Summer Chicago and After School Matter programs, along with mentoring. We have domestic violence hotline, a 24/7 hotline. We have legal aid clinics and counseling. We have workforce services, which I'm going to talk more about with the ex-offender bid apprenticeship utilization. We have homeless services where we go out and we have shelter beds, we do homeless outreach, we have emergency rental assistance, we have senior service programs where we have satellite agencies around the buildings around the city where we have Meals on Wheels, we have housing assistance, in-home care for our seniors, and lastly, we have community service centers, which is 6, and we have those throughout the city of Chicago as well, for individuals to come in for case management and referrals. And we use those centers actually in the wintertime for warming centers, and we use those centers in the summertime for cooling centers. So we get a good bang for the buck with our community centers there. So again, I'm responsible for managing our workforce service portfolio, where we assist returning citizens, and as those are individuals that have justice involvement. And we do this through our delegate agencies. So DFSS provides job training through our delegate agencies and placement services to high need populations, including. And so we want to target some of the most vulnerable residents of Chicago. We like to say those are the hardest to serve. And those are individuals that's experienced homelessness, individuals that's immigrants with limited English proficiency, again, returning citizens. Those are individuals, again, that have some justice involvement. And we do this through our employment preparation and placement program, some of our program models. We're going to talk about on the next slide, transitional job, industry-specific training, and where individuals can gain valuable work experience and skills needed for the workplace. And we have But again, we want them to have more advanced education and training with these programs. So again, go a little deeper into the weeds about our program models. We have our employment placement program. Again, all of our program embed job readiness training. So we work with individuals with little to no work experience that's just looking to get employed and gain some credentialing. So with the employment preparation and placement, the goal of this program is to provide high needs individuals with the necessary job readiness training and placement supports to obtain and sustain employment with wages at or above the standard city minimum wage. And that's currently, I think, $15. Participants will complete the job readiness training that will be directly linked to placements into full-time or permanent placements, right? So not only do we want to partner up with agencies and employers to get work experience, but definitely placing them with those individuals. And then we want some retention. We just don't want to leave individuals at the door's doorstep. We want to follow up with that. It's a 90-day retention. So we have individuals that really know what they want. And so we have industry specific training where they want to go in specific fields like hospitality, construction, maintenance. Again, the goal of this is to provide high needs individuals with opportunity to enter in-demand industries that offer placements with career pathways to progressively gain more skills and better living wages. Delegate agencies provide intensive training that prepare individuals for targeted in-demand industry. I mentioned some of those industries that's in demand here. Again, in particular, we talk about construction, and we are definitely looking for you guys to sponsor some of our clients that go through our programs and do very well. Lastly, we have our transitional jobs program model, which is time limited, subsidized work coupled with intensive wraparound. So this is an opportunity for individuals to skill up and develop some skills in high demand industries, and individuals who lack competitive work history, they get an opportunity to learn on the job. And so the goal of the program is to help individuals overcome multiple challenges to obtain and sustain employment with wages at or above standard minimum wage. So again, these are program models. To take advantage of that being incentive, you have to select individuals that go through our programs. And so we gave a little stats on what it looked like last year with the capacity that we had. Last year, through our partner agencies, we served over 2,500 individuals through our core program models, which is the ones we just talked about, with approximately 1,200 people obtaining full-time employment. Now, through our community service centers, we had individuals in our community reentry support centers. I mean, we had individuals that called. So these are individuals, again, returning citizens, individuals with justice involvement that call our hotlines looking for resources. And so those are those 3,500 individuals that called to ask for help. And so we'd like to be there when a person changes their mind and want to do something constructive and be all-mighty citizens. So DFSS, community reentry support centers are located throughout the city of Chicago. We have them on all sides, north, south, east, and west. And they will serve as hubs for employers as well as employees. So you can call these centers. Again, the next slide is going to have the contact information for these, the location of these centers where you can call. It asks for individuals that's interested in construction and individuals that you want to sponsor. So we have approximately 57 contracted agencies that provide services to these individuals. So again, this is a look at our network of agencies that provide qualified job seekers that meet the grants requirements, right? So everybody that goes to our program meets the qualifications that our funders require. And so you can call any one of these centers, for more information on those individuals that you're looking to hire and sponsor it to your program. So please take advantage again of these incentives. Again, if we're going to be a city that works, it has to work for all of our residents. So Thank you again. My name is Juan Cruz, and you can reach out to me if you have any further questions. Thank you, Jackie, for letting us have this opportunity.
Okay, I'm talking and nobody's hearing me. We're gonna put it back on to for folks to ask questions. Again, your questions are at the far. You can ask them in the Q&A panel, far right-hand corner of your screen. Go ahead and shoot your questions off, and we will get them answered for you. Rodney has put in the chat area some information that can help you about where you can find, the PowerPoint and everything in case this went a little fast for you, where you can find that information at as well. And let me just start by saying before I check the Q&A panel, let me start by just saying that this is a lot of information. It may have gone quickly, but it's a lot of programs, incentives, and resources for you or the folks that you deal with to be able to take advantage of in the realm of workforce development. So I always say, maybe this time a piece of this may not have been in your arena. But I'm sure each and every one of us know businesses or different folks that can use this information. And if they can, here's where you can find, Rodney has put in the links where you can find the contact information for our guest speakers so that you can get in contact, because the name of the game here is to give you information that you can use, that the city and the city's partners that we share how you can get these resources and how you can take advantage of them, or someone that you know can take advantage of them. So with that said, I'm now going to see if anyone has any questions in the Q&A panel, and I don't see any right here, right off. So I guess my guest speakers did the excellent job that they always do. But before we say goodbye today, I am just going to take a quick second and let each one of the guest speakers just take a minute to give any last information tips or any of that information that they would like to our guests that are on, or the attendees that are on, that might help them, something that might have been missing from your presentation and that you wanted to add, and this is the right time to add it. And I will start with Brittany Mason from the Chicago Department of Procurement Services.
Thank you, Jackie. I just want to reiterate to go on the City of Chicago Department of Procurement Services website. You'll find everything on there about how we procure services and goods. Again, maybe this particular workshop didn't fit your needs, but there are many City of Chicago incentives. These are not the only incentives, and they are explained on the city's website in great detail, whether or not you qualify for those incentives, how those incentives are applied, as well as other resources that you need.
And Victor, do you want to take a stab at this now?
Sure. Thank you. Thank everyone for participating today. From our perspective, I just want to add that please visit us at the website, childcookworks.org. We have plenty of services available for both employers and job seekers. And if there are other agencies that are looking to connect with their people that they have with all these free resources that we have available for people in the city and the county, again, please look us up. You will find all the agencies located all through Cook County through our website, and you can find all the information regarding the business services solutions that we have. So again, it's childcookworks.org. And once again, thank you for this opportunity to share this information.
Thank you, Mr. Viswete. And last but not least, I will have Juan Cruz from the Family and Support Services.
Thank you again. And I would like to really just reiterate that that the Department of Family and Support Services has a pipeline of potential candidates that are looking for a second chance to be productive. And so when we have an economy where people are leaving the workforce, we have a plethora of just individuals looking to work. And so you don't have to go out and search far. We have them there. So we, again, have people that's qualified, that went through training, and would be great assets to your company. These are individuals that really deserve a second chance and make some of the best workers. So I would implore you to take advantage not only of giving people a second chance, but taking advantage of the bid incentives and you know, helping the city that works. So thank you again, and I hope you take advantage of this opportunity.
Great. So I want to thank all of our panelists for coming on today and giving that great information because we do post these workshops. And so there might be folks that may not be on right now, but folks that hear your voice when they go look at this workshop in the recordings area on YouTube and see a benefit and get these resources and be able to contact with you and allow you to, allow them to be able to take advantage of them. So I want to thank you all for giving us that great information and thank the attendees for attending today. Stay safe, stay well, wash your hands, social distance, wear your mask, get vaccinated, get your boost shot, get whatever you need to get so that we can get rid of this COVID and kind of network together in person one day. Thank you all, and we look forward to seeing you at the next workshop. Thank you, Rodney, as well, for facilitating our chat area. Have a great day, everybody.